What is up? Welcome into the Buddy Cop Podcast. My name is Sean Leary. I'm going to be one of your hosts. I'm a comedian and a producer in Los Angeles, and I'm joined on the Buddy Cop Podcast by my second mic co-host, impressionist, producer, comedian extraordinaire, full Cobra daddy, Scott Ibarra, looking great. I'm also joined by our third mic, our sound engineer, our liaison to the venue, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Wikipedia czar, inflation expert, Tom Cocking, and we're here for the 1986 weird fucking movie, Cobra.
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 Yeah.
Call it Cobra. Call him.
Cobra.
Well, it's just Cobra. Every year in Los Angeles, there's 6 bank robberies every 6 seconds. After that, there's a murder every 4 seconds. After that, there's a rape every 2 seconds. After that, a guy's dick gets cut off every 1 second,
And
shoved back in his
everybody
butt.
drives in the express lane.
Prostitutes.
Hilarious.
Cobra, 1986, Warner Brothers. It's on Amazon Prime for $6 fucking. Welcome to Cobra. All right, we're going to unpack it. Make sure you love us, like us, subscribe to us. The Buddy Cop Podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just type it in. We got ads rolling over there. Live show coming up April 10th, live from Manhattan Beach.
Face off.
Face off. Tickets available on Eventbrite. The Buddy Cop Podcast live. Face off. April 10th, next Friday. Come see us. Yeah. All right. Hot takes, fun facts, box office, favorite moments, impressions, box office, Rotten Tomatoes. We'll give our takes, favorite moments. It's so much fun. We're going to unpack Cobra. Yeah. This is by far the best cosplay, however you want to say it, that you've brought to the studio yet.
Yeah.
The glasses, the hair, the gloves, the watch, the shirt, and the match. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like Cobra?
I guess so. I feel like the way I'm dressed. If I didn't have these sunglasses, I look like the dude in the back of Supercuts, the one stylist who has like 80 different thinning shears and wears cowboy boots and talks about the day.
Is he on the clock today? Is Taki cutting hair today?
Taki.
Is Taki in?
No, his name is like Bruce.
Yeah. Just Bruce.
Bruce.
Is Bruce in?
Yeah. He's like, I got a hot date. I'm only gonna cut three heads and then I'm gonna take off. Look at these new thinning shears.
I kind of want to switch seats though because
he looks good. Yeah, he does. You got a little bit of Cobra going on, but like secondary Cobra. I have a little bit of Cobra. I've like
you look like one of the double axe orchestra people.
Yeah, you're just touching axes together. Ging, ging, ging. Is this the score of the movie or what is this?
I know when they were doing that, I was looking around like, what? We're still going.
I think that's a perfect place to start. Let's start at the beginning of this movie because it starts obviously with one of my favorite things, the Exposition Boulevard dump of what our crimes are in this universe and how often they happen. Yeah. It happens in Heat. It happens in other movies where it just says what's going to go down. All right, people are getting killed and they're getting killed this frequently. Yeah. Then they're getting the dicks cut off. They're getting raped. They're getting sexually assaulted. And all this happens in Los Angeles within 2 seconds of each other. And then bang, we get Red Day. It's all red. The whole day is red, and I think it's Stallone on a motorcycle, or it could be the bad guys. I don't know.
It's the bad guy. It's
red, and then it's the worst editing I've ever seen in a movie. It cuts to like a sheet blowing in the wind, and then it cuts to axes. Doing like a YMCA video in the General Mills factory in downtown LA that they have inhabited.
It's an empty swimming pool. Yeah. It is an empty swimming pool.
Clang, clang. This is the score. And then all the momentum just stops. And it's Christmas. In Los Angeles,
yeah, I
hated that. Hated the Christmas part of it.
Everybody's sad in Los Angeles during Christmas, so the guy just breaks in.
Doesn't break in. Slowly Gimp walks in with his shotgun in his dick, I think.
Yeah, and hates fucking produce. Hates
produce. Starts just blasting watermelons. Crates of oranges get exploded. I'm like, the Foley artist is working overtime here.
The whole Entenmann's aisle full of cookies.
I'm like, can one of these hit somebody?
I know.
My first thought was, if this happens, like, I would not react the same way they do. People just run into.
They didn't leave.
No, they were just like, I'm like, get the fuck.
There were two people hiding behind a Freezer door, that was glass.
Yeah.
And I go,
see that.
leave the building. Just it was like the end of the Mist.
doors.
Why are you guys still inside?
It makes for good movies.
Okay, so here's a little thing. I researched a little bit of the movie before, and it talked about how it had to be edited so heavily to go from NC-17 to R.
Dark.
In the beginning, there's not a sprout of blood. There's not a squib. I'm like, what did they? No one's getting killed here. I'm like, when does it get dark? When do we see the squibs? When is there blood everywhere? Because I'm like, Predator is gorier.
They do that when there's so much killing and knifing in the film. So they to get it down from an NC-17, I forget what other movie we did that they talked about, is when there's so much killing and so much gore, horrible stuff, they just cut out all the close footage of stabbing and shooting.
Okay,
and that immediately will do it.
Yeah, okay, because that's where I think they had to have done it because it wasn't there otherwise. Right. Even the kill at the end. There wasn't a lot of squibs. No.
Well, they said the mask, like, this is me thinking because of the times. I'm like, they probably cut it out because of what happens in supermarkets like lately. So like they must have cut that out.
No.
Because they said mass murder when I was reading about it. Like mass murder. Like,
he killed that one kid.
Killed the one dude, but I think...
And he was like almost not gonna?
But I think it was based off of real events that were happening during the 80s at that time.
Yeah.
And I think Stallone, that's a good thing about Stallone, is that he does write very topical, like, things that are happening in the world. He's very reactionary, like, you know, USSR with Rambo 4, all that stuff. Like, he always likes to write about stuff that's going on. But he even admitted later that, like, during this period is when he was his most vain.
Yeah, he was awful to start. Like, in the very beginning, he was not good. His voiceover was horrible.
Well, this was the rejected Beverly Hills Cop
We
script.
have to do an entire segment on that because how this became, how he then made Beverly Hills Cop into this is just insane. But I want to start with that. In the beginning, it felt like a different movie. And this is kind of what I mean, where I felt like this movie had three different movies.
Yeah.
It had the very beginning it felt like an Arnold movie where it was like, oh, it's kind of dark and weird and the villains are weird, but he's doing lines. He's drinking a Coors, throwing the Coors and talking about how you're a bad. He did lines. It wasn't comedic. That's where I go, Sly, you're doing bad work here as a filmmaker. I go, the filmmaking is bad.
Because he saw Beverly Hills Cop and he's like, I'm gonna make my thing and I'm gonna be the tough cop who's actually kind of funny. It's you're not funny.
There is no world
not funny.
Where he needs to do lines in this movie. That is the antithesis of the character. Right. He cuts his pizza with a scissors. Why? He sits 1 inch. He's all about the work. He's all about the case. He's weird. He's fucking weird.
And he's
got a telescope out the window at his Pepsi apartment. Well, he lives at the Pepsi sign.
I know. It's like he's this dark character, and then he walks into the apartment. It looks like an architect's
It looks like
apartment.
Ross. It looks like Ross Geller's apartment.
It's all white, and it's like he has all this nice
telescopes.
Like, what are you doing?
He cuts the pizza with a protractor.
There's a cat.
He's got the gun cleaning shit in the egg carton.
He's using soy sauce to clean the gun. This guy's not doing jokes before killing a perp.
Stupid.
So that's where I felt like, oh, this kind of feels Commando, where they want to do a little bit of jokes and lighten the mood. No. Everything else about this is dark. And then at the end, they do it again. The motorcycle ride away with that music.
Oh,
it's two separate movies bookending a middle gritty Sean Penn movie.
Yeah.
That's where I'm just like, if this is a serious movie the whole time with a Liam Neeson, it felt to me, if you give me Liam Neeson in 2008, where he's playing Brian Mills in Taken as this character, this movie is an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This movie was like a Charles Bronson movie.
If you take out any of that opening gabagool, like goofy shit of him doing bits, if you take away those bits, this movie's straight line dark the whole way. It works way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
It felt like they were learning how to make the movie as
they
made the movie.
30 minutes in got way better.
We'll figure it out. We fucked this up. It's so much.
Same thing as like Last Boy Scout. You're like, are you making a funny action movie like Bad Boys, or are you making a dark movie? Because it was dark and gory, and keep it that way. It's a Stallone movie. But once again, Stallone thinks he can do a Beverly Hills Cop and make himself funny, and it's like, you're not.
Can I just say, like, to put that car as your car,
awesome 50.
I just think that right there, from a filmmaking standpoint, of you picked the ugliest, grossest, dumbest car. Why are you doing bits
He wanted
in
a
the
Batmobile. He wanted a Batmobile.
And I
was the
get
shittest
that.
Batmobile.
Just eliminate any comedy if that's going to be
The funniest part, I mean, the funniest part was the clinking of the axes.
Yeah, that truly was, because I'm like, is this a Children of the Corn movie?
Is this an ad for Axe body spray?
I said, this is scary. Is this... Remember that famous 80s commercial where the woman throws the sledgehammer into the TV for Apple at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
It was that universe where I'm just like, what is the...
It reminded me of the first ads for Under Armour.
Yes, we must protect this house. Clang.
Yes.
They're all on a bus just clanging fucking...
Yeah. I think we all were sitting on the couch when they were doing that. We're like...
Dude, I was like, this movie's not what I thought. And then we see the Night Slasher, and you see his face.
Yeah.
Scariest man I've ever seen in my life.
He looks
the
like
guy from Terminator who's like, laundry day, nothing to wear.
Is he not related to Michael C. Hall at all?
I don't know, but that guy, it's
No,
Brian
he looks
Johnson.
just like him.
He looks like he's related to a
or Brian
Triceratops.
Thompson.
Yeah.
No, Stegosaurus.
Dude, he looks like a dinosaur.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Brian Lawrence?
Brian Thompson.
Brian Thompson.
And there's a note in the notes in the
Yeah.
trivia, basically, that said the director didn't like his performance and said if he would have listened to him more, he would have been amazing. And that's where I just go, well, you made a bad movie, director, so I'm not going to listen to you.
blame it on
This
Brian
guy
Thompson.
was unbelievable.
Brian Thompson was the best part of the dark
He was
movie.
Michael Myers in
He was
this shit.
frightening as shit.
Holy fuck.
He put the performance on. Everyone else, the only other good part of the movie was his partner.
Can I say that I would have liked it if he would have had the nylon on all of the time? Never take the nylon off.
Yeah, but then
always be the
but
Night
then
Slasher.
Then he talked with the nylon on,
And it would have
you're
been
like,
it would
it's
have been
funny.
like Manhunter. It would have been like
It was like,
yeah. It was a lot of them.
you're like, stop.
And the eyes were cut out.
Because I mean, I guess you do that.
Scary as
apparently.
fuck.
Stop wearing nylons.
It was scary as fuck.
Also, I thought he should be Buffalo Bill in a remake of, if they ever do a remake.
Yeah, he did look a lot
He's
like
got
that
Buffalo
guy.
Bill shit.
Oh, you're a great big fat girl.
Yeah.
Hope to find her.
Also,
Bang.
I gotta look at he's tall as fuck. I feel
Yeah,
like.
he had to have been 6'5".
Yeah, he was huge because he walked by everybody. I think he was.
I think
bigger.
just Stallone is short.
Yeah, he's 5'8".
But I mean, he walked by everyone in like the one of the scenes where I'm like, this man is like.
I bet you if you look him up, he's 6'2".
Is
What's his name?
Brian Thompson.
Brian Thompson.
Is this the Brian Thompson Cobra?
Yeah.
Is this the least likable Stallone we've worked with on the pod?
Yeah.
I mean, the first 15
100%.
minutes when he parks at his house, it's all Long Beach. Like this whole thing is
Yeah.
a infomercial for Long Beach where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, that exists in Los Angeles. That South Beach house that you live at, the Pepsi sign with the telescope, with the perfect parking spot right out front. Oh, next to the Long Beach docks. Yeah, okay, LA. I love
just
it.
wrote down in my notes. I was like, Stallone hates brown people.
Yeah, he just
He's like,
rips that
he's like,
guy's
hey
shirt.
man, chinga tu madre, man.
No, you said it better. I was joking so much.
What are you gonna do?
They can hire any person in LA, any like Mexican, Hispanic person to be better. That guy was Italian, probably. And he goes,
He's probably Lebanese.
Hey, chinga la tu madre, pinche way. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude.
chinga tu madre.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I can.
Are you going over to Cinco de Madres for tacos?
And then then he fucks with him, and they kick his tire.
Yeah.
I'm like, they would.
No,
steal
his
tire.
hubcap. They kicked
Yeah.
the metal part. Also, when he ripped his shirt, you could see his mic pack on. They ripped the shirt, and he just is taped right here. And he's like still acting in the scene, and I'm just like, okay, this director, no wonder he didn't do shit.
Yeah, Stallone was at the point where he was, I wouldn't say racist, but definitely very,
He sucked in this.
he was very
What are you talking about?
like he was very boomer, greatest generation, like get off my lawn.
Also, can I say this? This is one of the things in the movie that I found to be kind of funny of like the whole, he knows all the sickos. What they did was just general police work. I'm going to go around town and talk to people about who might know something about the killings.
But make a montage and put Survivor in it. Sex World.
Every sign of where they're trying to get information, Sex World.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Sex World, sex.
Wait,
sex
They
world.
do tattoos in there.
Yeah, and then he goes to
Sickos, real
grabs the guy and
sick.
like
Real
beats the
sick fucks.
shit out of the guy.
Yeah.
Was that a mom tattoo? Fucking.
This guy knows all the sickos.
Let's go by this.
Sickies.
Let's go by this reefer shop.
This guy knows all the sickos. He's going into a Denny's right now to talk to the line cook. He's real fucking sick. Fucking, he's the one that can
He
get
knows
through
all-
to him.
I snorted. Well, that's
No,
right.
we're not calling Cobra because he knows the sick fucks.
It was like 2 scenes in, and when they said when they're doing the
Gotta
hostage
call-
thing, that,
call
gotta
him.
Cobra. When he walked in by himself to the
Yeah.
grocery store, I literally said out loud, "Why do we have to call Cobra?
Yeah.
What makes
Anyone can walk in."
How is he different?" They're like, We need an overcoat.
And then no, they go, call him, get him on the horn, and then they cut to him in the most decrepit parking lot next to his car, and I'm like, is he gonna pull out a cell phone? It's 1986. That car barely runs. I'm like, how did you get a hold? Because he wasn't at the Pepsi house, he wasn't at Telescope City. How did you get a hold of him? Payphone right outside of Sex World.
Sex
He had
World.
2 quarters, took the call.
Throughout the whole movie, I'm like,
call from the
throughout
police station.
The whole movie, I'm like, why do we call Cobra? Why do we
Because
call
he
him
knows the
Cobretti?
sickos. He's
knows
got to
the
go
sickos?
talk to this.
No,
they
'cause-
literally think that he can talk to this. It's police work. It's
Is that what police work is?
Well, then the one guy's always like,
fuck you
Talk
up.
to the
you
brown
do
people.
it dirty. I'm like, he asks
Okay.
questions to people that are dirt. That's what cops
You do it a different
Also-
way, Cobra.
You're being
I'm not.
weird,
I'm not
man.
real sure about your ways. I might have done it different. You know, I would have called him. I wouldn't have showed up at Sex World.
Yeah.
Call him. But
you
damn
ask
it,
him-
you're different. You
Did
walk right into a grocery
Did you
store.
page him? Did you fax him? Did you try everything? Violence.
You walked. You didn't pay cover at Sex World. That's not good.
You don't go
copper.
by the books. You walk into a place where people are kind of nefarious and
We
you
don't-
ask them questions.
Yeah, we
You
don't wear
do it by
pea
the
coats.
books.
You wore a pea coat. Jesus Christ.
Fun thing too, they didn't get a single lead from anybody.
No.
He figured it out because he was going to the hospital to get Brigitte Nielsen. He didn't get any information.
He just wanted to go to Sex World.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, aging, Brigitte Nielsen made me fear aging quite a bit because she was smoking in this movie.
That's how life works.
And yeah, well, don't date Flavor Flav.
Well, that's
or have
yeah.
sex
That's
with
because
them.
she
That's
did
the-
a little Flavor Flav
Yeah.
in her life, and you know, Flavor Flav is basically walking crack. Yeah.
Want to redact that?
He's whack. He's walking crack.
Yeah, he is.
But now
we
we doing good
redact-
stuff, actually.
Yeah,
We
if it-
redact nothing on this
yeah,
podcast.
if a crack pipe put on some Reebok pumps and some sunglasses, it'd be Flavor
And a
Flav.
chain,
I think that's a
can't do it.
perfect transition into favorite part in Cobra.
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. Okay, what was your favorite? We'll start with you. Get yours ready. We're going to start, or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, so my favorite part in Cobra is the car chase. And it's when the car goes through the second floor parking garage at an angle that wasn't happening at any point. It was just incredible where it just goes, we don't care. We're doing a car chase. Physics are gone. You weren't coming from that spot. Fly out the second floor to catch him on the first floor. I just go, yep, chef's kiss, set piece, practical.
Yeah, you love it.
They blew up that car.
Yep.
Just hit.
It was just a fucking thud, lead, paperweight looking car that crunks and junks. And it was like, kept going. We're getting upstate. We got to get upstate. We got to get away. And just with that other cop with the big hair who looked like the woman from RoboCop who was
Yeah.
bad, who was part of the, and it just like was that perfect of, oh, they took out Pape from Seinfeld and the bad cop and they hit him with their car into the parking garage. They're completely, hey, what happened to Tony? What are we doing? And then bang, car chase. That was my favorite part of
She
Cobra.
looked like everybody she's that one friend you had in
Yeah.
high school, like her mom,
Yeah.
or his mom.
It was
that,
his
like,
mom,
Smoked,
yeah.
that smoked cigarettes all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I don't care. He stays out late. Just come home by tomorrow. Like that kind of mom.
It reminded me
Her
of
name was Barbara.
all the first Sarah Connors that get killed before the
all the Sarah
real.
Connors.
It's like early Sarah Connors. Sarah Connor.
She's the Sarah Connor that changed her name, and so she didn't end up in the phone.
It's the
book.
one where he pushes the door and the latch comes off and it's in slow motion. It's that
She's
woman.
Barbara
Yeah.
O'Connor.
Yeah, it's Barbara O'Connor.
She lived.
Oh, Bob.
Okay, so that was my favorite part of Cobra. And there were like, I'm not that negative on this movie. I had a good time with this movie. Like I
strap in.
I liked a lot more of it than I disliked because at the end of the day, it is Stallone doing a movie. Like he kills the bad. It's like it gets
This
me.
and Delta Force would be a great double feature.
Yeah,
for me.
it gets me right where I needed it to get me, but it also wasn't as good as it should have been. So that's where I'm at. Where are you at? Favorite part, or unless you're ready?
Yeah,
if you're ready to rip.
So
Go.
chase scene, obvious favorite, but it's when that fucking old car had a NOS switch in it. I like
That's before NOS was
I
NOS.
just laughed out
And
loud
the tight
so
shot
hard.
on the back was from 2009.
Yeah.
Did you notice they had a shot from behind the car when the NOS hits where I go, what camera was that in 1986?
Yeah.
Do you remember that part where it was like, it looked like the...
floored out.
Yeah, it was just... And I'm like, whoa, what is this, Nolan?
But like the jumping off the second
Yeah.
good stuff.
Such a
He's
good
doing
guy.
a good job with his, he's doing a good job with his mash in his mouth though. He's actually fucking killing it. But yeah, when so the jumping off the garage thing killed me. But
So
the Nos,
good.
like, I
The
just
Nos
died
was sick.
because it was just like he flipped it. I'm like that thing would like if that Nos hit that thing, it would just explode.
Can you
immediately,
look
'cause
up
it's-
first Nos in movie? Because are we 86?
First Nos. It's the first Nos.
Because I literally go,
probably-
I go, oh, it's
like,
about.
distracted first.
He goes and I go, oh, it's about family.
Yeah.
I thought he was
what
Toretto.
that meant.
I literally was like, oh, Toretto. Is this an offshoot?
It's not. It's Cobretti, which could have been Toretto.
Toretto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your favorite part?
I would say it's a toss up between the Axe Orchestra, which I just thought was so good.
And it comes up a couple other times as just placeholder. We need 2 more minutes to get this
I
over.
was ready. I think on the second scene where they did the axe banging together, I was like, someone's gonna say something. Come step forward, and no one did. And I'm like, okay. And then
we get so much
I love when
backstory
he
on
finally
the
when
villains.
when him and Brigitte finally hook up or whatever. That scene, I knew
It's
it was
completely
coming.
in the dark
Oh
on a
my God.
pull-out couch in
Yeah.
the corner where they go, these guys are together in real life.
Yeah.
We're going to let this
It's like,
go
maybe
over here.
you want to be together, and he was like, "You think that's a good idea?"
I don't think it's a good
It's like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
I don't think it's
And then he was like,
Get back to me. He's only got one.
yeah.
By the way, so the Nos was never used until
86?
Fast and Furious. And so
It's
there's
in- it's
no,
in
this.
Cobra.
So I said like use of it, and they said like Nos, like there wasn't even a thing. Like it's so weird.
Is it a
So
chat
they
room?
did
Can
it.
you yell at them, please?
Yeah,
because
Reddit.
tell them
Like,
to do their
fuck
fucking
you.
job.
Guess what I saw, you
Yeah.
asshole. What car was
let's
that?
unpack this villain thing, because you made a great point where they're tapping axes like they're tapping asses at Arizona State
Clang,
Sigma Alpha Epsilon
clang.
party.
I know.
Like they are
Hey,
tapping
I was an SAE, by the way.
axes. I knew you were.
It was like it was like a chant for the Canadian Football League. or
It really
something.
was.
Yeah.
And then
welcome to the Toronto Axes.
We get absolutely fucking nothing on what they are, what they stand for until the very end. A couple of lines.
Yeah.
We kill the weak, so the strong. But who's in? How did you get involved? Who? Why?
Was Darwinian
They are a
theory.
neo-fascist group that's trying to change the world by basically being hunters. They're trying to be the hunters and killing
Kill the
people.
weak.
How
and
fun would that be to give that very first guy 2 lines about it?
right.
Instead, he just says, "I'm going to kill her."
In the middle of the axe clinking, someone could have came
Just
forward
one guy.
and read a manifesto.
30 seconds.
We are the Dinklebombs.
We had no idea who was in.
Right.
Like,
We're the
because it
dink-
would have made the cop
Yeah.
the cop woman being involved would have been
Yeah.
way cooler, because
We're
it
the
just
hatchet-
shows her on the computer. Okay, she's bad,
Mm-hmm.
and they somehow got her, and they got no other cop. Like it was just so. And then 800 motorcyclists without guns.
Yeah.
That was the other thing where it's just like the New World Order is chasing after these people on their motorcycles with no guns and just getting picked off.
Well, going back to, and this might be a little bit of my hot take, but
Please.
like I said,
Please.
Stallone is reactionary, so he writes about what's topical.
Right.
And during that time is the Richard Ramirez killings.
Yeah, Night Slasher made sense.
So Night Slasher, Night Stalker.
Stalker.
And if you listen to the newscast that they had in the movie, they talk about he sneaks into rooms. It's
I do
absolutely,
remember that. I do
it's
remember that,
absolutely
yeah.
random.
Yeah, they gave us one news exposition.
Absolutely random.
Asian
And he's
immigrants, the elderly businessmen.
Which is exactly the victims of the night. So I think Stallone was doing the baby boomer crime doesn't pay, Law and Order thing of saying enough's enough. This is kind of what we should do with our law. We should go out and fucking kill these guys instead of giving them a trial. So he was basically saying what all of our grandparents would say is like, go out, kill all the immigrants, kill all these people. They're all criminals, and all these murderers or whatever, just fucking shoot them. Like,
so that's
hang
what I
'em.
would have liked at the end.
So it was a statement against crime at that time, because remember in the 80s around that time was one of the highest rates of serial killers.
Yes,
so I
'cause you
think
couldn't get caught.
So I think they were making kind of a cartoonish thing about killers who have no motive. They're just evil people out of nowhere. And you have this cop that represents what all cops in America want to be, right? LAPD. They all want to just fucking be a task force where they go and murder everybody.
Okay, Corral. The fuck
Exactly. Topical. And that's what they did. So they made a completely evil character, and then they made a super cop. And so he's reacting to what's going on in the 80s there. So it didn't make sense at all, and it didn't have to. you're just supposed to look at Stallone and be like, oh, he's the guy I want to be.
Which I get, and I was bought in. Where I'll go with
But
what you
lean
said,
into it.
yeah, what you said made me think of the ending. So I would have liked this at the end. It's a very you could call back. There's when he and his partner go into their office gun range. That's just inside an office. Like they go to the police station. They go in one door, and the shooting range is right there. It's right next to Peggy, who's doing accounting. It's right in the office.
Ooh, Peggy's a good one. I like Peggy.
And he shoots.
She looked like a peg.
He shoots into the target and hits like 5 right on the heart.
Yep.
And it's a perfect heart shot, 5 bullets.
Nice.
At the
cluster is what we call it.
At the very end,
Lingo.
our night slasher is doing his monologue where he's like, "You're not gonna, you can't do this. You got to bring me in."
And that was a statement of the movie.
Instead of putting him on the hook and putting him in, shoot him 5 times right in the heart, like right when he said it, before that other woman could have got on his back to incapacitate him. It's a callback to everything that the movie's about.
Or if he pulled it, it'd be good if the
Shoot him right then.
If the hook is coming, he shoots him. The guy falls into.
Yeah,
a
perfect.
Hook.
Like where he has that whole big talking. You're not going to shoot me. You're not going to shoot me. And he just
think-
boom,
He
boom,
had-
boom.
But I
he had the
think-
laser on his
Yeah,
chest.
I thought that would have been just go fuck you, boom.
But
I thought
think-
that would have been
Yeah.
exactly.
But then
the
it would have
mission.
been. Then it would have been Terminator 2. It would have fallen into the lava and.
I didn't need this is what I'm saying. I didn't need the hook, the lava. I didn't need her being alive. She was already dead. He's doing his whole thing of like, you're going to bring me in. And he does his whole thing of that's not how this is going to go. Shoot him.
By the
Shoot him,
way-
and right in the cluster,
Yeah.
cluster 5 in the heart, and he just falls and he walks out. It's over. I think that would have been more impactful. I do like the hook.
And it is I love in the 80s how there was just lots of giant manufacturing
General Mills
General
plants
Mills
in downtown Los Angeles.
that manufacture sparks.
Yep.
And
Lava
plants,
plants.
hot lava, and
You got to
sparks.
shoot the only person on site once. He sets off the entire fucking, and
Yeah.
then sets off everything.
Exactly. He
When I saw
shot
the hook,
Homer
I'm like,
Simpson. Homer Simpson hits the radiation.
Yeah, and then
button.
Mr. Burns was, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I saw that hook.
Smithers.
I saw the hook raised one time. Like
He's getting
Motherfuckers
hooked.
are down.
Yeah,
He's getting
someone's
hooked. He's getting hooked.
yeah,
You got
he's
the
getting
hook.
hooked. Oh, by the way, the car is a 1950 Mercury Monterey.
It's a Mercury. I hate it.
They referred to it
Called
as
the
the lead sled because it was so heavy.
Oh, right.
How many do you think they had to use? Because I bet that alley
Oh,
scene,
yeah, fuck
it had to have used like 4 different cars.
Well, I
'Cause-
think
Smash, like-
I think they used. I could be wrong on this, but I think they used some of the stunt cars that they used for Rebel Without a Cause, or whatever the drag racing movie with James Dean or whatever. I think they used cars from that.
it looked like it. I
Yeah,
didn't like
it's
it.
a
I didn't like it.
1950.
I didn't like it.
I don't
Another
like it.
note I made is that to be a stunt driver on this
Yeah.
movie would have been
You
so
died.
much fucking it would have been so much fun. Like
Those alleys, though.
when they did like the
Oh,
humps,
yeah.
I was like, if
Where
you're
was that,
driving
by the
a
way?
car-
That was a good part.
Where was that? Is that in Long Beach?
No, that's at the going through Venice, the Venice canals.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't
'cause they
think
were
he was
jumping
on the
over canals.
canals.
No, that was the canals.
They did jump over some canals.
Wow.
Venice in the 80s was
No,
trash.
I've been over there. I just don't think that's in the canals.
It is.
I don't think that exists because I've
There's
been over there.
there's about 3 of those, so they just did that thing over the canals a few different
Sexy.
times. Yeah.
Movie magic.
Movie magic.
Movie.
Canals. This is back in when Venice was trash and you basically could get like a 5-bedroom on
What
the
is it
water.
now?
What?
What would you call Venice now?
Like Tech Beach?
Which also like a note I had is that in like I think it was like 70s, late 70s to 90s movies.
That's where all the
when they-
manufacturing plants were.
when they made soundtracks, they had to make sure that they found a song that fit the vibe. So they had so when they were going down the streets and it's like someone's dying in the street.
But it wasn't even dark lyrics like that. It was like stab and then it's like cruising down the street. You gotta fight for what you love.
Errands. I'm running errands in L.A.
Hookers and whores dying everywhere. Heroin.
Palm trees and coconut water. I love a 6-string guitar
But it's
and
like
my
it's,
lady.
it's changed so much. Like sound.
Cut
now
pizza
is
with
like,
scissors.
So that's the
You
big,
gotta fight.
that's the big scene that everybody in the internet dissects. They want to unpack that.
Yeah.
And to
When
me,
he went up on Brigitte Nielsen.
No, when he cuts the
Oh,
pizza
got
with
it.
scissors.
Sex,
And
yeah.
to me, scissor sex.
Yeah.
So to me, I think that is just showing that he is the weirdest guy. He will do the weirdest things.
And guess what? It didn't come across at all.
No.
It just was stupid.
It
You're
was-
like, why does he cut with scissors?
It
Dumb.
didn't translate because it didn't match the previous scene. The guy cracking jokes and drinking fucking beer.
Well, they tried to make it like, look at, he's kind of like a monk, right? He's weird. He does weird things. It's like, no, it didn't. No, Stallone in the movie looked like what I would have drawn a cop when I was 12 years old.
yeah.
I'd be like,
that's what I
yes.
mean, where it's like, I lose a little bit of respect for him as a filmmaker with this kind of movie when you're in this much charge and you have a big ego and you let this be the final product when you have as much sway as you do. It's on you, man. Like if this is your movie and you wrote the dialogue in that first scene and you wrote that shit in the final scene, this is 3 different movies. And for you to not see that is bad.
Well, he doesn't look back on it. And if you note, if in his documentary, as well as Arnold's documentary, like Arnold doesn't talk about Raw Deal and Stallone does not talk about Cobra because they know they're like, these movies were, they make jokes about it. He makes joke about Stop or My Mom Will Shoot because he's like, oh, it's funny, whatever. Yeah. But this he wanted to take seriously.
Oh, yeah. He wanted this to be his magnus opus.
It was
all right,
terrible.
so let's get into the Beverly Hills Cop of it.
Did I say Stallone hates brown people?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know that based on his political affiliation.
Yes.
Wait, who's he like?
Yeah. All right. Let's
We
unpack.
needed cops like Cobra in the 80s. That's what he was saying.
Let's unpack the Beverly Hills Cop situation.
Yes.
This is the main fun fact around this movie. The main fun fact around, honestly, most of Stallone in this time period is the shocking realization that he was the original choice for Beverly Hills Cop. And this movie was the loose as fuck, that one's dead, start to Beverly Hills Cop. So this is where I'll lean to you, Ted Talk City.
Yep.
If you can kind of give us the abridged version of what sort of went down here with, because Beverly Hills Cop is 84, Cobra's 86. Stallone basically says, hey, Warner Brothers, suck a dick.
Yeah.
What happens next?
So he was offered Beverly Hills Cop, but he wanted to write it. They had an original screenplay. He wanted to write it, make it super dark. And I forget who came out. Was it Warner Brothers? So I think
Studio said no. Studio hated his script.
Right. They hated the script. They said, we kind of want to add some funny parts to it. And he said, okay. And he wrote some funny parts to it. And they're like, doesn't work. So he said, hold on it, because he was a big dick at the time. And they ended up selling it, selling their idea. And that's when they got Eddie Murphy because they changed completely. I think they had someone besides Eddie Murphy too, but then they landed on that. And he was kind of bitter about it because it made so much money. So he said at that time, and he admits around that time, that's, when he said he made, Rocky IV, which he was ashamed of. He's like, I was very vain. And I think that this was his project where I can do whatever I want. I'm going to make my movie. And it was an absolute flop. And the studios and everybody after that said, this is why that movie didn't work, because you're not funny. Stallone is an excellent writer. And he's an excellent actor and an excellent director, but he cannot do comedy. And that's what this was his Beverly Hills Cop. So God, we are so happy that they decided to go with 20-year-old Eddie Murphy.
That's where I just go, I think it's inexcusable for someone with that amount of clout, that amount of cachet, that amount of sway to put out products like this. Like if he has 2 movies, Rambo 4 or Rocky 4, and this, come on, man. That's like us producing 2 shows in a weekend with 4 people at them. Like
but that was the 80s, and in the 80s you couldn't get away with it now. But in the 80s, everybody, if you were on top, you got greenlit on everything you do. Yeah. Now, unless you're Adam Sandler, you don't.
But this is my argument, right? If he has full control, right?
Yeah.
You see that final product, fix it. Fucking don't let the movie come out until it's better.
And he did you see all the little Easter eggs he threw in? You probably missed it.
No, I probably did.
When the guy walks into her hospital room and it shows the shot under the bed, there's boxing shoes
I did
that
see
say
that.
Rock on them. And he kicks them, stupid.
So stupid.
And when he stops at that little rubber snake mart place where they stop.
Yeah,
they stop in Radiator Springs, right?
Yeah.
So they stop there.
Reptile Gardens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's buying like the rubber, and he picks up a Phillies bobblehead. So
He says no.
Can I just say
he
this
goes,
isn't
"No, I
that
don't want
movie?
this." I know.
Okay,
Stupid.
This is what those movies are, right?
Yeah.
Those movies are the movies that are self-aware and we're having fun. Not Night Slasher 38 victims. Here's a 17th victim. We're cutting waitresses' necks open.
Right. Well, they had not figured out.
But that's where it's like
it
buddy
didn't,
cop. But it didn't. That's where I'm confused as to what they couldn't figure out. Watch the movie's first cut one time and go, eliminate all of his lines where he's doing jokes at the supermarket, and this works so much better.
But he had power.
That's what I'm saying. How did he not realize it?
He admits it. He was too vain, and he thought that because everything up until then was a crush, right? So he's like, this is going to crush if I do it my way.
So let's re-edit this thing right now where we add backing track at the grocery store to lighten it up a little bit. That's where it's like, I feel like we get our hands on this movie, it's better. It's just like Last Boy Scout, where we're just like, how did you guys get into the kitchen and put syrup on the steak? Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
It would have been I think it would have been a better opening if the guy in the grocery store, the cops go in, they have him surrounded, and they're about to take him down, like they have him down, and he comes up and shoots the guy.
Yeah, like do something.
And they go, fucking Cobra.
Yeah.
Goddamn Cobra has to come in and shoot the witness.
Because nothing he did was, wow, Cobra. Yeah. He just killed a guy that was going to kill people.
He could shoot the guy and then look at the meat and be like, wow, 99 cents a pound. That's a pretty good price. And walk out. And then the cops can be like, God, he's such a dick.
Yeah, he's such a dick.
Cobra.
Boom.
Yeah. Funny.
Then do that the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie. Because Tony was playing that character.
Right.
Tony was perfect for that movie.
And then he was the comic relief.
Yep.
And then you could have, in the third act, you could have thrown the jokes aside and made it serious. Like, he's not joking anymore. Now he has to really do his job, and now you have a nice little bookend or whatever. But in the beginning, you need to show that he's the cop that doesn't play by the rules, but he goes in when the other cops do their job, and he shoots the guy, which is what all the cops want to do. But they're like, we report to a committee.
Yeah.
He's like, I report to no one.
I report to my telescope and
Can
my
you drive
Pepsi.
a cop car? No, I got this one.
I got to get back to the Pepsi sign.
Yeah.
I got my lead sled.
Coors Original. Sounds good.
I actually will...
Apartments by Pepsi.
I will appreciate the
Pepsi
Pepsi.
was a bunch in that.
I have to...
Stupid.
I appreciate the Pepsi sign because I know how much money it takes to make these movies, and I think that's a brilliant...
Such a producer.
I think that's a brilliant way to do it. Like, I loved when Jurassic World had the Verizon wireless amphitheater, like where people were getting eaten at like Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Get that cash where you can. I do like that. As long as he's not working for Pepsi, you know what I mean? Where it's not like he has a Pepsi... like vending machine in that you want a Pepsi or something?
A Pepsi racing car?
Where it's like on Wayne's World where like some people just do stuff because they get paid as he eats the Doritos.
Really sad.
It's really sad. Like, I like it when movies take advantage of those little things for you to get your budget up.
Yeah.
The Pepsi sign was sick. I'm not going to lie. I loved it. But he lived at the Pepsi sign.
He lived at
apartments
The
by
darkest, shittiest cop in LA lived at the Pepsi telescope house.
Yeah.
Pepsi, he lived at Real World Long Beach.
My first comment was
he lived at the Irvine Spectrum
when he's shooting the guy when they're in the actual store and the Pepsi's pouring into the cup. I was like, I remember saying that's fucking sick.
I want a fucking Pepsi.
Like,
dude.
that's like, I'm like, that looks good. Like,
I want tasty.
a Pepsi.
Yeah. Or it'd be great if like the bad guy was like drinking like making while he's about to kill someone, he's like making a Slurpee out of RC Cola and it gets shot and his hand gets shot off. Yeah. He's like, the taste of a new or something like that. That'd been like, fuck yeah.
That's why I like Pepsi's New Generation.
He did have a moment. This is why comedic when you're saying that.
Yeah.
He had a moment where he was talking to Brigitte Nielsen and he's like saying he's like, I'm Cobretti. And she's like, he's like, I want a manlier name. And I'm like thinking of all the funny fucking joke you say for what's a manlier name than Cobretti. And he goes, Ellis. I'm like
Ellis?
No, Alice.
Oh,
I'm like,
I don't know.
I'm like,
Alice?
all the jokes you could have said.
And I bet you there was a writer.
There was
like a writer's room somewhere where he just like stepped on all their lines. And he's like, I want to keep Alice.
Yeah.
And they watched that and they're like,
I know. I said,
that's what I mean.
I'm like, you have so many fucking.
Why are we even here? Why are we even here? Why do I work here?
But that bummed me. I'm like, Alice. Of all, you could have been like anything minus.
So Sly,
Alice.
you want to keep the Alice line? You want to keep the
okay.
Yeah, it's your world.
It's not hitting with anyone here.
Yeah,
but
cool.
That's
okay,
fine.
fuck my life. Take number 5. Let's go.
We're comedic writers. No, but you. We'll go for it.
No, Sly, it's funny. It's funny, Sly. It really is. You're really crushing it. Yeah.
Did you watch the movie for this one?
Yeah.
What did you watch it on?
Prime.
Did you rent it?
Always.
$6.
It was.
I know, but guess what?
Can I
but
just
here's
say?
the thing, you watch it with ads, right?
No. I bought the movie on Amazon. Yes, $6.
Look at you.
I'm just more so. I just think it's funny that Cobra costs more than every movie we've done.
Right. But you usually watch them like on Tubi or whatever.
Usually it's a Pluto, it's a Tubi, or a Tubo. or a
It
Fubo,
could be a Flumbliss.
or Acorns. No, that's the apps. Or I'm sorry, that's the stocks. What's the British one? Acorn?
Are you gonna barf? You're like, so we're gonna talk about.
Anyway, if you're trying to check out Cobra, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
And we want people to join in the fun. Do you think that people should watch the movie, then the pod, or pod, then movie? I can't decide.
I think movie pod.
Pod then movie.
You
I
think
think
movie,
movie
then, okay, because
No, shit.
Pod then movie.
Pod the movie because
This one every other time, maybe not, but I'd say this in Delta Force, pod then movie.
Okay, how about
then
this?
they could go over.
Yeah.
They can go over and be like, wait, I think this is the part.
how about this? This is the barometer. The ones that you generally think are well received,
Yeah.
you do movie, then pod.
Correct.
The ones where you're like, Cobra? What's that?
Companion
pod,
watch.
then movie.
Like
Delta Force, Bloodsport, you watch the pod first, then the movie.
Put the movie on low volume, put us on full volume,
Yeah.
and watch it with us.
Yeah.
and then laugh at the same moments we
Yeah.
mention.
You
And
know
then
what's
come
really
to
funny
face
too?
off.
Another part was right before he banged Brigitte Nielsen.
Did they even bang, by the way?
on that
I
pull-out Heidi bed.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe.
Which, by the way,
I'm glad they
dark
didn't show
corner.
it.
You
It was
know
in
when
a
they're gonna
dark
bang
corner.
when they I was dying. The moment, like, so 80s movies. If there was even sex gonna happen, they put on the fucking saxophone so fast. And I remember like looking at Lauren like, they're gonna fuck right now.
Oh,
This
when
is gonna happen.
When
Like,
that
I
or
can't
Survivor comes on, you've got the eye of the Cobra.
I thought he was going to take the match out of his mouth and light it on his cheek and hit some incense. Let's go, girl.
Or he goes like, hold this for me, and puts it in her mouth.
Or puts it in her pussy. I'm sorry about
Jesus.
that. I know my
Tony's
mom and
not
dad
here.
watch
Tony
the
okay,
show.
by the
Sorry
way?
about
Is
that.
Tony
Wow.
good?
Yeah, he's doing business calls.
You're a New World Order guy.
Okay, perfect time to
Hold on.
Yeah.
But he tells her right before he bangs, he's putting
Bangs.
together the gun. I know,
Right before
sorry.
he bangs her.
Right before he screws her.
Coitus.
Right before he hops on.
Yeah, I play football.
Inserted pee-pee into
When
Yeah, I went to Florida State.
Yeah. He's putting together the gun. It's like clang, 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 ching, clang, smack. And then looks over at her and he goes,
No
can't sleep.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you were doing a fucking 10-gun salute for your fallen soldier over there. Jesus Christ.
No, I couldn't sleep because what the fuck were you doing over there?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're cleaning an AR-15 at
Yeah.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, it was really tough when you put together that drum set right in the middle of the night.
I've
Thank
almost
you.
been murdered 7 times.
Could you put
and
that
you started
Uzi?
doing that. Like,
Yeah, nice drum solo, Neil Peart. Thank you. I'm having a hard time snoozing.
Also, he made a couple comments about her not being able to sleep, and it's like, there's a stalker trying to kill me. Who's going to bed? I can't get to bed with my taxes hanging
Even they
over
do
my
that
head.
in a lot of movies. They're like, oh, can't sleep. Yeah, and it's the exposition. They're worried. But I'm like, he literally was throwing a gun together, and then she wakes up like, all right, I'm up. And
I
he's
guess
like,
I'm
"Can't
up.
sleep."
Who wants coffee?
Yeah.
Who wants eggs?
Who wants sex?
Oh, this hotel doesn't have a hot plate? All right.
Are you sure?
Oh, check
You want some scissor pizza?
You didn't like my gun putting together?
Hey, this is an Uzi. You want to see it? You want to touch
I'm gonna clean out my gun. My
You
egg
wanna
carton.
like my V-neck?
You want to touch it?
You wanted to-
I'll take it out for
I was
you.
I was just thinking if you saw me putting together this gun, you'd maybe, want to touch it.
Did you notice I took it all of an egg carton?
My gun's full of soy sauce if you
Yeah.
need any for your rice. You making white rice? I got soy sauce in my gun.
Soy sauce. It was, most 80s movies were sponsored by Big Soy Sauce.
Yeah, that was
soy.
BSY. or BSS.
Always the in every movie, always the detectives are eating like out of a Chinese food
Yeah,
box.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's
I don't
always
know.
guys like, I love these noodles. This is my favorite place. They're like,
You gotta check out
you
Hop
shouldn't
Sing.
eat it. It's high in cholesterol. They're like, cholesterol. It's always the
As
fat
long as I'm
dumpy.
home before the game and the wife doesn't give me a hard time, I'm having a good night.
Am I
one
right?
Of his jokes with Poppy.
Oh, Poppy.
You gotta stop eating. You
Tony.
gotta stop eating sugar. Have some fish, rice. I'm like, what
Shut
the
the
fuck? Like,
fuck
you're
up,
just, like,
Sly.
you don't
Shut
even-
Hey,
the
Sly, I
fuck
just
up.
want to
No.
let you know your script's dog shit.
Yeah.
It's such a bad script.
You're talking to this guy about eating healthy, and you just ate pizza and fucking
You
nuts
cut
and
a
bolts for
you cut
dinner.
a pizza with those scissors.
Yeah.
with those scissors.
And drank a beer in the middle of a freaking takedown.
It was a Coors Banquet beer. That was good shit.
You're such a good writer.
I wonder if Coors paid for that. By the way,
Yeah.
that Banquet beer.
Okay, who was in harder on this one? Coors or Pepsi? Probably Pepsi.
Pepsi, absolutely.
Sign.
All right, perfect time to get into the 1 minute recap. All right, we are going to break down Cobra in 60 seconds or less. Usually goes about 2 minutes. We rapid fire. Scott, then me.
Before we do the 60-second breakdown, we should do remember the Die Hard challenge or whatever? We should do another one of those.
Oh yeah, we do got to get another challenge.
That was a fun one. I forgot about
yeah. I'll come up with some more challenges. Maybe
Yeah.
like a Stallone challenge
Yeah.
or We got Face Off coming up. We could do a fun Face Off one at the live show.
Yeah, like like Rambo at a school.
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah, Rambo at a school. Mean Girls.
nice.
Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Five Nights at Freddy's.
we are going to recap Cobra, the 1986 Warner Brothers whatever, in 60 seconds or less. Usually takes about 2 minutes. Scott, then me, rapid fire recap the movie Cobra, Stallone, 1986 in 3, 2, 1, hit it.
All right, in Los Angeles, every 30 seconds, someone farts and someone dies. All right, it's red everywhere. It's really hot. There's a guy on a motorcycle, and he doesn't like the prices at Ralph's, so he goes in and he's gonna kill everybody in the store. But nope, cops can't do the job. We got to call Cobretti.
Cobretti comes in, but first, every piece of tangerine, watermelon, any produce alive gets exploded.
Fuck produce.
Shotgun blast into the butthole of a watermelon.
Yep.
Kills a kid who's at least 40, but they're mourning the kid. He's a kid. You killed the kid. You blew the kid's heart out. He's 48. Oldest guy I've ever seen in an 80s movie. They call him a kid. But then we get into another subplot where it's the Night Order, the Night World, the New World. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but they got socks on their heads.
So there's an axe orchestra and an empty pool. They don't say anything. They don't need to. We get it. There are people that
We
don't
understand.
We understand. There are people that don't sleep. They're high on meth and they need to kill some people in LA.
Vans and meth.
Yes. What we don't do is ask questions, right? We moving on. This guy kills people with a freaking box cutter. No, it's something that maybe you, I don't know, do a C-section on an elephant with. And, they kill people randomly. And Barbara or Betty or whatever her name is, she's a sidekick. The guy looks like a dinosaur. Bring in Cobretti.
Cobretti comes in, knows a thing or two about the city.
Yeah, he
Hits
does.
Sex World 1, nothing. Sex
World
World 2,
2,
nothing. Hits Sex World 3, maybe a little
Oh, a little
information
bit.
on tattoos.
Yeah.
Gets a tattoo, no information. Cobra, oh my God, lives at the Pepsi. Telescope in his room. Piece of shit to anyone who's not white. Oh my God, we love this guy. He's the greatest cop in LA. Oh wait, stockings on their faces. Eyes are cut out. High cheekbones. Sketch artist comes in. He gets into the hospital. He's essentially Michael Myers as the janitor. Holy fuck.
Yep. Oh, Brigitte Nielsen sees the dinosaur killing someone, becomes a witness. They decide to drop everything, grab all the union guys with the axes, and go after and kill her. Bring in Cobretti to save her is Brigitte Nielsen. She rolls off of Flavor Flav, rolls onto Cobretti. Is she tired? No. Why? Because he's putting together Tinker Toys for 3 hours. All right.
Okay.
So now we pull up to Radiator Springs where there are orange orchards and factories that manufacture factories.
It's a factory, the heart of the orange groves in Orange County.
Yes.
We are officially in Huntington Beach for the finale of this movie. But first, we forgot to mention that Brigitte Nielsen is a Terminator 2 robot photography model. She only models for robots in photography, flash photography. The guy wants to bang her. Photographer wants to bang her. Goes into the bottom with her, underneath the city, parking garage, tries to bang her. She doesn't want to bang. He gets axed, killed. Brigitte Nielsen, she's the witness. She saw our dinosaur. The Stegosaurus is still loose. He's killing people. He's slashing necks with a machete. It's on the Home Alert app. Oh my God, we're gonna die.
Yeah, he's tired of opening cans with this giant contraption. So instead, he goes and he kills everybody. He's the Night Slasher, Night Stalker. Doesn't matter. He's after Brigitte Nielsen. They decide to go up to the coast. They stop in Knott's Berry Farm, and there's a showdown at Knott's Berry Farm, which is next to the orchard. They pick up some fried chicken and some bobbleheads. They get into a huge fight inside
General Mills factory.
General Mills factory next to where they make the pies at Knott's Berry Farm. And there's motorcycles, there's guns, there's masks, a lot of Pepsi, a little bit of Coors. Cobretti
cuts a piece of pizza with the scissors. He's full. One bite, whole movie.
That's it. Hates
Only
brown
thing he
people.
eats. Lives in Long Beach. Cosplays as LA. Oh my God, lava. Oh my God, he's on the hook. Oh my God, we get no exposition why the bad guys are doing anything. Should have just shot him directly in the heart. Holy high cheekbones. Holy weird.
Gloves, Coors, Pepsi, oranges, sparks, motorcycles, can openers, ugly guys.
Matches in the mouth. Cobra.
There it is.
Yeah.
Can I get that back?
Every
Thank
2
you.
seconds, somebody gets SA.
That was fucking
This one almost had too much to remember.
It's,
it was all the different things going
Yeah.
into it.
It was one act.
Yeah,
That was one act.
That wasn't my best, but I tried. I tried.
That was so good though.
You carried us there.
It was pretty good.
You carried us there, Pape.
Yeah. Did I mention the sparks?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Cool.
By the way, at the end of it, that whole shootout scene, fucking awesome. Like,
It's great.
I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah, he finally
He's
got
just
to
on the
pull
back
him.
of the truck, just like,
I don't think he hit anybody.
No,
He
but
did.
his nail gun was pretty cool.
yeah.
He's like toot toot pop 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 pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Ching, ching,
And
ching.
I love that the New World Order people, they just like to do motorcycle drive-bys and fall off their
They
motorcycle.
don't have guns.
No.
They like to be henchmen without guns.
They hate Pepsi and they hate oranges and
But also,
produce.
that would've been-
They hate produce.
That would have been so much fun. I was thinking as an actor,
Yeah.
just to like film that, just shooting at that.
Oh, yeah, that
clearly,
would've been dope.
Clearly a set. Been so much fun.
It's
Just
basically-
like, you just, like drive on a bike and like.
It's an ad for farmers against industry. It's like, do you like Sparks or do you like organic produce?
Yeah.
Fuck organic produce. We're slashers.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I get away, head for the foundry. As she runs through an orange grove into the factory of steel and lava.
Nobody works there.
Nope.
Nope.
It's abandoned.
Nope.
Must be
Next
a
to that-
Monday.
One guy worked there, and he
Yeah, he got clocked.
Oh, fucking yeah.
And she's like sitting there, and he's like,
Yep.
He was literally like, get the fuck out of
I
here.
know.
And it
They-
was like,
they made
sets it
big
all
cuts at the Spark factory, and so Charlie had to work all day on Mondays. They're usually closed. He got killed. He didn't have to go in that
I thought it
day.
was definitely going to be the same guys. Cakes on the griddle. Yeah, already know they're greasy. I was like, give this guy more lines.
I was dying because
Looks like the lava's pouring down there. Cakes on the griddle, you already greedy.
when like he threw like a grenade, which by the way, again, BTP. This is a cult
His
BTP.
grenades go off instantly.
But like Lauren's like he's throwing orange in the orange grove because he's like tossing one. She goes, he's throwing oranges now, and it explodes. She goes,
I wanted to see him throw a Pepsi can and watch it explode.
Can he be like, taste of a new generation?
It was like one fucking.
Generation next.
Stallone.
Hey, you like this generation?
They
It's
go
more
into
where
the-
that came from.
They go into the orange orchard. He's just shooting every brown person that he sees.
like just working.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Ah.
You can't vote.
Topical.
Hey, get away from my car, pinche way.
Hey, pinche way, get out of here.
Hey, Sam
Chingo tu madre,
Capistrano.
pinche way.
Hasta luego, but whatever the fuck Arnold said, I don't know. Fucking Arnold.
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah. What's his name, Alice?
I'll take this bobblehead. Psych, your mother.
Rocky shoes in the bottom of the floor.
Hey, you're kind of a hot model. Want to go up to Radiator Springs?
I got a place up north. It's gonna keep you safe. It's called fucking Reptile Alley. These gloves don't come off unless I'm making sparks.
Actually, that's his new podcast, Making Sparks.
Making sparks?
Yeah. All right, let's talk budget and box office and Rotten Tomatoes, all that fun stuff. All right, Scott, we like to quiz you on this. We'll quiz you on the budget. We'll quiz you on the
Well,
gross.
the fire budget must have been huge in this film.
I do have
Lots
a
of
note.
fire
I
budget.
do
There's
have
a
a
fire
note.
budget.
Okay.
And then we'll do
17,000.
Rotten
No,
Tomatoes, where we get the critics and the audience, and then we'll get our scores, and then we'll do a hot take to close it out. Make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcast, the Buddy Cop Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. Budget. Cobra, 1986, Warner Brothers, fresh off a hot 1984 product called Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep.
Warner Brothers is at the helm. What's the budget for this bad boy?
40 million.
25.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was
They
surprised.
did pretty good.
Yeah.
They did pretty good.
I
Frozen?
like
Hell yeah.
the editor got
25
no money.
million.
They
No.
didn't have an editor. I don't think anyone edited this movie.
No, there's the continuity. I was mentioning like the continuity was fucking like he shaved his. Which, by the way, what the fuck? He's shaving
Yeah, it
his
was
head.
so dumb.
no,
and dyeing
he's
it.
combing in the
dye.
he's
The
combing
dye.
in the
Right, but he's-
just
but-
for men gray
But
shit.
then he does that. And
He was
then the
doing
next-
T2
the
or
next scene,
T1.
It's just the same. I'm like,
It
was like
he
the
had
same.
darker hair, and
It
the
was
thing
darker.
is,
Yeah.
Tom, what you don't understand is if you want to hide from the law, darken your hair and slick it back,
well, yeah, but
And
so
don't
he-
wear anything else on your face.
and wear a dark
yeah.
overcoat.
It's like
Nobody
the whole
wears
thing
that.
was his face is noticeable. The rest,
Yeah,
of
it was so
I'm like,
dumb.
you have
Yeah,
the most,
buddy, it's
noticeable
not your
face.
hair; it's your
Yeah,
face.
it's these.
Yeah.
it's this.
You look like the front of a Studebaker.
yeah.
That's what you
yeah,
look like.
no, that guy's face looks like the front of a Chevy.
we're
Oh,
so
my
sorry.
God.
Why did they go from the scenes on the like shitty LA streets to the robots? That was the funniest. Like, even me not as a video editor,
That was
I'm
Sly
like,
trying to get
they're like,
Bridget her shots.
Yeah.
Which I
That
feel
was
bad.
all it was.
Which I feel bad. If Brian Thompson ever watches this, we just say your character that, you definitely stuck out. You
Yeah,
couldn't
you're
hide
dope.
anywhere
You crushed.
because Brian Thompson was the
he's
best
crushed.
actor in this.
Best actor in
and
the movie.
he's in a lot of other movies and he's great and he's jacked too. And
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
fired
you
up
did the
in
best
this.
job.
Huge.
So
he's
shout
6'3"
out to
by the way.
Brian Thompson. You did the best job in the movie. We're just bullshitting.
Jeez, what are you, his cousin? Are you trying to fuck him? Jeez, you're trying to get in his good graces?
Yeah, I just, he scares
Well,
me.
with
by the way,
Forsyth coming at us in the
I know.
comments, you
I
never
want
know.
I just want my knife back.
He's 6'3", by the way.
Ooh,
Brian.
Thompson.
I said 6'2".
Yeah. So
I'm done.
He's a big
Yeah.
dude.
I'm done.
Leave LA, head up to Petaluma tonight.
Yeah,
You're out.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay, so what do you think the gross was? The box office return on
box
this?
office, I would say it did good because it's a Stallone film. So
Mm-hmm.
on 25 million, it did 70.
It did 160.
Oh,
So this wasn't necessarily
fucking green light.
It was not a flop.
No.
But it wasn't.
Stallone was like jackpot.
So they said that it wasn't considered a big hit because of Rambo. Like it just didn't follow up. Like that's what they were basically were comparing him to Rambo. It didn't meet up to Rambo. So and it's like that's not
pretty
fair.
close.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Like for an R-rated movie in 1986 that's this dark to do 160. What is 160 now?
It was 477.
So it's Frozen 2.
Right.
It's Frozen 2.
It's
Or
Frozen
Super.
2.
It's Superman.
It's Super
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
Yeah, it's Super Frozen 2. So it was a hit.
Yeah.
That is a hit. That's a hit. I don't care what anybody says about
Pepsi was very
compares.
happy.
You don't.
Pepsi got all their money back.
If you compare it to Rambo, that's your own thing.
Yeah.
This
I felt
was
bad for Coors, though. They only got one scene.
Coors. The return on this, I don't know if they're going to be
dope scene,
okay.
No.
The mountains are
scene,
blue.
No. Knott's Berry Farm did very well, though.
Okay. Rotten Tomatoes. This is where it gets dicey. All right. What do you think out of a scale of 0 to 100 that the critics gave Cobra?
Critics, Rotten Tomatoes, 20%.
17%. I think that's probably the lowest, right? That's the lowest because what was Delta Force
we
was
did
like
Delta Force.
3%.
Delta Force was,
Seven.
Delta
This
Force
was
negative
exponentially
4,
better than
so-
Delta Force. I felt
Exponentially.
like this movie made Delta Force look like Bankheist Dangerous. like Delta Force was so bad.
Yeah, it
That
was-
this actually is no longer a Cobra podcast. It's more about how bad Delta Force was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie was so much
I feel
more
like
fun
Chuck
than Delta
Norris
Force.
just passed away because he watched Delta Force again.
Also, Chuck Norris passing away has really helped the views on Delta Force. It's climbing the ranks.
Well,
We're
I was
sorry it
gone-
had to
I
happen
was gone
for that
a couple
movie.
weeks ago and I killed him.
Tom was out of the
You know
game.
why?
Causes means Tom.
Yeah.
Fucking killed.
Because you know why? Because he was forced to watch it in SD, and he was like, "Oh, I can't.
heard
I
too much
can't.
comment.
If I have to watch
Standard
Nelly,
definition!
if I have to watch Nelly Kazan take her ring off with her mouth one more time, I'm just gonna call it."
Damn.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, what do you think the audience gave it? Audience generally more favorable?
Yeah. Audience gave it 45.
44.
Boom!
Well
Nice.
done, baby.
I know my shitty movies. I want my MTV.
Also, you look like Ryan Gosling's character in Drive.
Oh, don't do that to Ryan.
In the sense of the gloves and just kind of the face and the vibe. I like, and that's actually one of the Easter eggs they said for Drive was the toothpick. Does he have a toothpick in Drive?
Toothpick, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a homage to Cobra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel
I
like
thought that was kind of cool.
I look like the
And
Batman.
he has a Cobra on his jacket in Drive.
Oh yeah.
It's like all kind of
I
like
don't-
Is that real?
yeah.
Ryan Gosling
Yeah.
looks hot as fuck in that movie. I look like the
looks-
bathroom attendant at the Abbey.
No, whenever I see right now, I hear ding, 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 like all the 80s like cool drive music.
Yeah, like I feel like you're about to drive to beat up a guy who just made a pass at your girlfriend at a bar in Long Beach.
And then I get knocked out.
Yeah, like instantly.
accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a left-handed punch.
But then you wake up and you murder all of them.
Yeah.
That's
With an Uzi.
I look like a guy who wants to start his own jiu-jitsu school, but he never trained.
But
Yeah.
you could do it though. I believe in you. Actually.
Well, if you have the manpower and the entrepreneurial for it, you could do it.
Your
Cobretti's-
his biceps
at-
alone. could
look-
easily
Yeah, it looks
do
good
that.
bicep.
You look at your own biceps, okay?
Oh, they're hidden. on
Anytime
my
you give Scott a
old
compliment,
shirt.
he's got to
I just
deflect.
need some sticker tattoos like you.
Yeah.
Is that a El Pastor on your fucking forum? The other side.
No, it's a sugar,
Oh, it's a Hickabus.
sugar cone.
Hickabus.
Sugar pine cone.
Oh, it looks like a pastor. I want to carve some off and throw some pineapple on it.
Later.
You got taco forearms.
Thank you.
That didn't mean anything. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
You wanna- we're
let's
gonna
get our
fight later, or
scores.
Let's do it.
Have we fucked?
I hate this.
I hate this.
I hated that. You guys going to boink?
That's his pickup line. Hi, I'm Scott. Have we fucked yet?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What is your score? So
My score?
0 to 100 because we got the critics. Critics 17, audience 44. So critics hated it just
Yeah.
because it's bad.
Yeah.
In the objective sense of if I'm removing my love for action movies, my love for the podcast, my love for what we do, it's bad. It's objectively bad.
I would give it 25%.
Wow. So this is in your bottom 3?
Yeah.
So this is like it's like this Bloodsport then Delta Force, or do you like Bloodsport more?
Bloodsport more.
So is this bottom 2 for you?
Yeah.
Wasn't this a Scott suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I like it.
have
You're
to-
unbiased. Yeah.
You have to do, because here's the thing is it was a huge hit. And it's still a cult classic. Like everybody's like Cobra. It's a great
where they're
movie
like,
cover,
that's a
everything.
weird movie.
So whether you hate it or not, it's still a cult classic.
Bad trailer. Really? If you guys have 1 minute and 27 seconds over the next few days, watch the trailer for this movie. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I've seen better student 3-second vines that are better than, there's no music and it doesn't tell you what's going. It's such a bad trailer.
I've seen better Trimfire ads.
Yeah, literally. You got bad elbows, we got you. Are your knees ashy?
Check out our Trivago one too, by the way.
So 25, what's your score?
I feel weird when he says that shit.
Well, he's so
because
tough.
I'm honestly like 50-ish.
Oh, okay.
Like I just thought it was like for an ADHD person, there was so much happening. There was never like a dull.
Yeah, good
moment.
pacing. Good pacing.
It was just like there was no. It was nonstop like action. So they had like 1 or 2 moments where it's like quiet. I'm like, but then it just turned into like psychoticness. And
You just kind of felt like it was pretty bad.
I'm like, this is just going. But it was like it wasn't the Bloodsport.
I liked it more than Bloodsport, yeah.
Delta Force.
God awful.
R.I.P. Sucked ass.
Sucked ass.
But like this was like I had like I'm like it's explosive.
You had a
to
good
me.
time, yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, it's nonstop action. This doesn't stop. So I'm like I'm 50-ish where I was like, yeah, I was like in like enjoying it the entire time.
I love the villain. I thought the villain was great.
Yeah,
I
just
thought
wish-
Excellent.
I thought the villain was great. I liked his side. What's his sidekick's name again? Puppy
Tony.
Dog or Tony?
Tony.
Okay.
Poppy on
Poppy's-
Seinfeld.
Poppy on Seinfeld. He pees on couches.
That's
He
why you
sucks on Seinfeld. He's a
Well, that's
villain.
why you guys
doesn't
call
wash
him
his
Poppy.
hands and shit.
Yeah, we call him Poppy. Yeah, he doesn't wash his hands
I
when he
liked
makes
him.
pizza.
I liked him. I actually liked Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah.
And I liked,
He was great.
And
Yeah.
I liked the villain. That's what carried the movie for me.
The sad
Everybody
part
else
is that
could kick rocks.
like Sly was my least favorite.
By
Which
far.
sucks when
By
you're
far.
like I'm like I liked everyone else more than you,
Yeah.
but
How about the end when he grabs the guy's hand, punches him, and holds onto his hand, brings it back, and the guy's like, "Ow!"
That was great. That would have
yeah,
killed him.
Get
too.
yourself some fried chicken.
50-ish for
Knott's
me.
Berry Farm.
72.
Dang, he's
Yeah, because it still kept me. It's an hour and 27 minutes, baby. Jesus. So this is in my wheelhouse for plot
Your bar.
in the sense of like anytime there's a murder, I know it's not a revenge plot, but like he feels like he's got to get the guy. I love the plot. This is an easy plot.
And it was
for
a
me.
good big bad.
Yeah, great.
You like villains.
Love Great Big Bad. Love the set pieces. Love some of the dumb I love some of the dumb shit. I don't love a lot of it. That's what takes it to a 72. Because like if you guys know me, which I know you do, I'm usually in the 80s. I'm the easiest grader out of all of us.
You are.
I'm the rate my professor 5 stars. He barely shows up. He puts on a movie. Like I love this professor.
I'm really hard on it. And
You're a tough
Tom is
grader.
like-
He's in the middle.
Tom's like, if the ballistics aren't right, or there's a kid left in a car and the windows aren't down, you're
I
out.
thought you'd go higher. I thought you would go higher.
I thought I would too. There was just like I had like a whole list of BTPs. There was like I was gonna call this movie the biggest BTP ever, just based on like explosions and
Really?
Yeah, it just because the continuity was so fucking off, and then like the explosions, you can't blast.
Worst edited movie we've
You
done.
cannot blast. Number one,
It was the worst edited movie I've ever
was
seen.
poorly- it was so poorly
They cut to a sheet waving 1 minute in when we don't even know what's going on. It was like a sheet at the warehouse that was we're like, wait, is there a dungeon? Like, what is happening?
it is the continuity was way out.
And the red, like the red never came back. Like,
Well,
was that symbolism? Was that
Yeah, but
Tony Scott made a
They
call?
did. They knew how to open a movie for you.
well, I
Yeah.
think
They got you. They're like, you're like, this
Sepia.
movie's gonna
Yeah.
kick ass.
It wasn't even sepia. It was like fucking fuchsia.
yeah,
Pewter?
Salmon,
It was,
Are you going to the mall later? Is what I'm asking.
magenta.
Rizzuto was the player.
Baruto.
That's not fair.
What's happening?
He doesn't ever get my Billy
fucking
Madison.
Billy
You're
Madison,
such
man.
you do a movie
I
podcast.
love. The thing is, what's sad is I love Billy
How
Madison,
they do
and
me?
you give me all like the throwaway lines.
These are the best.
best ones.
Got it on.
One fine piece of
ass. 72, 25.
25%.
Put it all
I'd say
together.
53.
Okay.
Okay.
That's tough for you. So this
And
is
put
in your
that
bottom
together,
five.
and you get
Just
85.
because-
Here's a question. Here's a question for both of you. This is a great question for both of you. I think this is going to resonate. Did you like it more than Air Force One?
No.
Yeah, ADHD wise, I did because I just.
I think I might have.
I liked just the consistent, just shit happening.
Air Force One had some pacing issues,
It did.
but it is a better product.
But Air Force One, you had
Harrison Ford.
You had Harrison
yeah.
Ford and you had Goldman's, and I
Yeah.
think there's good. And there's some
But I
good
know
actors.
you really were bummed on that. I was bummed on that
Yeah,
rewatch
it was
too.
just-
That was the one that
Because all
jumped out on the
Air
rewatch.
Force One, it was like all the side characters. I didn't care about anybody.
yeah.
I didn't care about his daughter. I
And
didn't
they
care
were
about his
such
life.
bad
I didn't care about
terrorists.
the plane.
Yep.
And it's
I
like,
cared more about the Michigan Notre Dame game.
oh my god, I was really into the Michigan.
Yeah, it was like, who's winning that game? And you got the TV and the cockpit.
leave it on. Leave it on.
Yeah, leave it on.
Leave it on.
Okay, I'm trying
Brigitte
to.
Nielsen.
Well, okay,
Smoker though.
I'm
the
not
whole
gonna.
photo shoot.
Yeah, with the short
robots?
circuit robots from Rocky 3.
Which, by
It's
the
like,
way-
what is with Stallone and robots?
Which, by the way, as a photographer, you don't just switch outfits and keep the same set. She just fucking switched 8 outfits. And kept the
Legit
same
B2P from a professional
set. I'm
photographer.
like, no, you just don't put a wig on and it's a new set. Like, switch the set.
Well, she
up.
also
And the
put
guys
on
do
a
the whole thing. It makes you feel like
The dude
that's what
from
they think of-
Succession.
That's what they think every fucking photographer is like. Is like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm like,
You
no.
see the guy in the background like mowing his lawn. You're like, that's a Honda mower. He couldn't afford that. This movie's trash.
No, but in photographer wise, that was like
No,
you
he's
make
right.
Make
He's
photographers
right.
so pervy, and I'm like, he was like, I want to fuck you at the end.
It
I'm like,
really
shut- I'm
was
like,
so
that's not
bad.
what they do.
That was
bad.
such a 1986 moment of like,
Yeah.
Well, that's what our parents
this
think.
is just what the time
That's what our
was,
parents,
like-
your parents, not necessarily, but like my and yours think of LA is that's what they imagine
Yep.
LA is like.
Casting couch.
It's
Well,
like
because it was
just
super,
shitty.
yeah.
Common.
It was Reagan era. Fuck yeah, 80s.
We
to the
got
fullest,
everything
like,
we need.
Yeah.
You're either ODing on the fucking ground in Skid
They're
Row.
like,
or
guys,
you're
do
a
we have
model."
fire? Do we have a cool car? Do we have dicks? Homosexuality? Big knives? Ugly faces? Tall model? Stallone? Let's have him write it. Sounds great.
And then they did actually do the pan shot of all of the homeless, and I'm just like, man, you should see Skid Row now. It's way more like people built up their encampments,
They got
and I'm like,
cool
this
shit.
is like
That's a line at Circuit City on Black Friday.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
great.
What is that? A Best Buy?
Yeah.
Sex World is Best Buy.
I know.
That's the Harry Potter. Like,
Look at them
Yeah.
cleaning up after themselves.
They're waiting to get on fucking Steel Venom at the fucking roller coaster rink. roller coaster
now
rink?
the homeless, it's like they look like kiddie condos. It's like 4 levels.
Oh yeah, there's like a guy doing CrossFit out front. He's like, "Come on by, it's my shop."
Nice. I got 10 bikes in here. Is one of them yours?
Okay. All right. So I got a really good hot take, I think. So we end this show on a hot take. We're going to have a hot take about Cobra, and then we're going to wrap up. And then next week, it's a live show.
Yeah.
In person, face
off.
off.
Face is off.
Cage, Travolta, impressions. We'll play clips, multimedia. We'll have the big TV down. We'll play the trailer, get you initiated, have some fun, do some crowd work. It's a blast. April 10th, Manhattan Beach. The Buddy Cop Podcast, just type it into Google. My hot take for Cobra. Ooh, I almost intercepted. I think a better movie for this would have been called Zombie Squad.
Ooh.
And
that's right. They didn't even explain Zombie Squad
Yeah,
either.
they
So
said it one
it's
time.
the sickos. He deals with the sickos. So I think you make
Vice.
you make this exact same movie.
Yeah.
But you have Stallone and Tony, and you lighten it. You just bring that temperature down, and it's super dark and it's super serious, but it's all based around this zombie squad. And what is that? What is, this night order? It's these late night slashers. And that's the entire focus. Not that Cobra's this weird guy, because that doesn't resonate throughout the movie. Call this movie Zombie Squad, and we tune in for the underworld. We tune in for the new world. The whole premise of the movie is based around what the villains are trying to do, as opposed to making the entire movie around this character that is not different from any cop who's ever been on our movies.
Yeah.
Zombie Squad. And you could maybe recast Poppy to somebody like a Billy D. Williams or just someone a little more famous to get a little more cachet. And I think this would be revered because the Night Stalker thing was brilliant to hit at that time, because that was what the panic was, especially in California.
Yeah.
And don't do the acts of it. Do the actual, we're going into houses in the San Gabriel Valley. That's our first location, because that's where Ramirez would do a lot of it. It wasn't at the side of the road. A lot of it was breaking into people's houses. So the valley can be where the first few murders are, and then you go to the underworld, which is the zombie squad.
Yeah.
And so you're solving the murders in the affluent areas, by going into the shit. And that's the movie. It's like a Bone Collector with Denzel and Angelina Jolie, where the whole movie's serious, two people working, and holy shit, this is a dark ass story. No jokes, dark the whole time, just like Taken. Taken is not funny. That is why it works. It is the serious fucking, he is getting it done. And if you go all serious, it works. Or if you go mostly comedy, it works. This movie did neither. Go all serious, Zombie Squad. I think it would hit because there's a movie that came out 1 year prior called The Monster Squad. And it was a sneaky cult classic.
Oh, that's a great one, yeah.
I just think Zombie Squad is way more interesting than Cop Guy.
Right.
Boom.
They have the Zombie Squad stickers on their cars.
Yeah, just like,
Like
it's fun.
Yeah.
Like but also dark and believable because this just wasn't. It just this guy wasn't a different cop. He didn't do, like I said, his whole thing was police work, talking to informants, talking to CIs, going to the tattoo parlors, going to the sex fucks, going to the turkey club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, it would have been cool if they made Cobra into an actual, this guy does stuff that nobody does, but he just does police work.
Yeah.
So Zombie Squad. Boom.
That's huge.
Maybe my best hot take I've ever had.
That's a great one.
That's like top 12.
That might be like,
mine's-
oh, you fuck.
Oh goddamn!
You fuck.
You fucking
Goddamn.
fuck.
I know yours.
Or my hot take when I was like, Air Force One shouldn't have been a hijack movie. All right, what do you,
Thomas?
Yeah, Scott last because he takes the longest.
My hot take. There's two.
Ooh.
One's quick and easy.
You doing a double
one's
take?
Quick and, one's quick and easy.
A double take, a triple take.
Half this movie wouldn't happen if they just turned the fucking lights on every once in a while because it was dark the whole fucking time.
Nice.
So just do, and also, this is a hot take for probably 3 of the movies we watch, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Get a fucking safe house for the woman
Yeah.
that's in trouble.
Yeah.
And then the movie would be like, you would just kill all the henchmen, but they always have to bring them to every fucking place they go. It's like this in this movie, the one lady was the only informant. She was the only one that knew. So just drop her off at a fucking safe house that only Stallone knows about, and go about the movie and like killing the rest of them.
Yeah.
But instead, they
Yeah.
bring them in. And
That was
I'm
dumb.
like, just please drop the girl off.
Yep.
For a fucking second at a safe house. No one knows about it. That's why it's called the safe house. And then continue these cool killings. But it's like they always got to drag them through. And she went from a model to like knowing about murder. I'm like, this is fucking safe house. Safe
I
houses,
agree.
they exist. Just put them in there
Just
and then
call
do
the
the
movie
killing.
Unsafe House.
Yeah. But just
Zombie
Nice.
Squad, colon, unsafe house.
Yes.
but that's it.
1986. That's good.
Nice.
I agree
Stop
with
bringing
that.
the hot girls
I
around
agree
all
with
the
that
time.
because, or just keep driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why go
Keep
to the
driving.
Motor City Inn in San Alamo? That felt like, I'm not kidding, that whole last little part felt like a tourism video for San Alamos, California. They're like, here's the liquor store. Oh, they're coming into town. Here's the town saloon. Oh, there's the population. Look at our beautiful sign. Look at everything. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's a quiet town being overrun.
Welcome to Santa Maria, the
I
safest
also did want to
town.
go there though. By
It
the
did
way.
look
I'm
cool.
Like, I kind of want to
Look like Ojai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? Close us out, baby.
So I have a double take too.
It's a
'cause you
double
inspired-
take, a triple take.
Okay, double hot take. First one is, since you're talking about the Night Stalker vibe, make it a movie about the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
And have the zombie squad be the squad that goes after him. So if you watch documentaries on the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, there were a few detectives that cracked the case. The main guy is a Latino guy that actually found him and actually chased him, did most of the work.
Through the streets, and then the rest
Yeah.
of the people got him.
Exactly. So I would say have Stallone and the zombie squad be the guys that are kind of the rogue kind of strike team that are sent after him because regular cops can't get it done. So they kind of operate off the record. And cut to real footage of and real broadcasts of
cops,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
make it kind of like
News
almost
footage.
like a
Found footage.
Yeah, a documentary type thing, but you add your own.
You put in Brian Thompson instead of Richard.
Well, even the guy in the beginning was more Richard Ramirez looking.
Yeah, he was.
But
he
it-
looked just
he
like
didn't
him.
like-
Give Brian Thompson black hair, long,
Give him a
and
mustache.
he can be kind of that, but have them chasing the Night Stalker and the real footage of what's going on. Make him kind of a fictional character. Have Stallone and keep it dark. Keep it very dark and how they go after him and show real footage and have it all be around like downtown LA and in the Valley.
Yeah,
I think-
because that's where Ramirez was doing
Yeah.
a lot of it. Was like at apartment complexes and
And I think-
San Gabriel,
yeah.
like where you never thought
and
that
I think,
would happen.
and I think to make it a good movie, yes, Sylvester Stallone finds him and does the whole scene where the guy's like, "You can't do that. You can't take me in." And during a chase, then the public does kill the
That
killer.
would be sick.
And it kind of leaves it at that, so that Sylvester Stallone is
still
still a
his
badass,
vision, yeah.
still his vision, but you put it on the people, and then you have L.A. and everybody being like, "Fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah, we
kind
got
of like they
him.
did with Delta Force.
Yeah.
they took what really happened, and they made it about the Delta Force. Do that. So that's my first hot take. Second hot take is you just make it like a Tarantino film.
Where
have
it's a
it
little
all over the place. You can add comedy to it, but it skips over, and you have these side stories that don't
That'll
make
work.
sense at all. And then now it's like a weird pulp film.
Yeah.
Then you make it a
That would be so
Tarantino
fun,
film.
yeah.
First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take him to a fucking orchard, all right? And then you're gonna chase the fucking guy through the orchard, all right? And then you're gonna end up in a spark factory, all right? I want Pepsi, lots of Pepsi, and I want Brigitte to be in the fucking thing. I want her to change 8 times, but
Shoes
don't
off.
change the set.
Shoes off the entire
Shoes
time.
off. I need to see fucking feet, and then you win, and then the people kill him. Coors,
That's a good take. I think that would make for a better movie.
a Tarantino,
Yeah.
thing.
It's like the editors were doing that on accident.
Kind of.
And they
There were a
could've
few.
just maybe they did it like with actual
They're like, fuck, this doesn't work, and,
Yeah.
and Stallone's like, keep it,
keep it,
Alice.
Keep it in,
More-
Alice.
more
Yeah, more
robots.
Alice.
leave it in.
throw more robots.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
Cobra. That's the 1986 Warner Brothers smash Cobra. Make sure you join us for our live show on April 10th in Manhattan Beach, live at UNITA. We're doing Face Off. Travolta, Cage. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Just type in the Buddy Cop Podcast. Make sure you go over to YouTube. I'm sure you're there right now. We love you. Comment, rate, review, subscribe, send to a friend. Find the shorts. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just type in the Buddy Cop Podcast. That's Cobra, boys.
Cobra.
Cobra.
Roll credits.